Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
In association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
In association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Himalaya Television ko the Livon evening show at 6 ma, and as a मेरो guest एकदमै special हुनुहुन्छ. We've been telling you so much about our event that's happening. We've been talking so much about Himalaya Roadies, but the one that has made, that has inspired a lot of people, who has kept a value of everything that he has, and he believes he's a God's gift too. So I would love to know about him because he's my inspiration as well. I've seen him, I've learned through him, and there are words that cannot describe what the feeling is with me, because it's a truly dream come true to interview a person like him. He's done a couple of Bollywood movies. With that, he is known for the most, I think, whenever we talk about gang leaders, he's always on the list. And indeed, it's such a wonderful to be a part, to watch it. And that is all about MTV Roadies. So if you think what I'm thinking or what I'm about to say, you're definitely correct. I have someone I believe he's very intelligent. I believe he's very, I just can't express, so let's not just add adjectives to it. Maसँग हुनुहुन्छ आजको लागि program, a very special guest from India. Let me welcome you to the MTV host with, he's also Roadies host. He's been doing so many shows together, and an actor himself. I'd like to invite and welcome Mr. Rannvijay Singha.
Thank you so much,
welcome
man.
To the
It's
show.
so sweet of you. You said so many nice things.
And there's so much, so many things I missed out because he's such a humble person that I've seen. So it was.
I'm really happy I'm here. First of all, you got a great living room. This is amazing. And I've been here for the whole day.
Yeah.
And I must say that every time I come back to Nepal, I feel amazing. People here are really loving. And when you do anything in India, you don't really realize that since you started working, it's been watched in Nepal since then.
Yeah, since
so
then.
There what happens is you do events, you also get to know people, you meet people every day, right? So you know how well you're doing or not. Here, you come, I've come only 4 times. So that whole excitement is pent up. And when I come, then I meet people. It's amazing. So I'm really happy I'm back. And this time for such a special reason, to be part of Himalaya Roadies. It was amazing to be on the set. See, my shoes are still... I've come straight from the set.
Yeah, and with that also, we'd love to know from the journey where you went to participate at Roadies to win the bike until journey here as the gang leader. How has your journey been?
So, this is a question that I've answered a few times, so I'm going to try to cover all the points as quickly as I can, because it's a long story. but a nice one. I enjoyed it. I was going to the army back in 2003 because my dad's in the army, and I cleared my exams. And then I had a few months off, and I saw this ad of something adventure, you win a bike. So I was like, great, I'm free. I'm going to go to the academy after this, so why not do something fun and get a bike? So I told my dad, I'm going for this show. It's called Roadies. Nobody knew what it was. But I'll win the bike and come back, and then I'll go to the army. At least paise bach jayenge. We'll save the money. So he's like, okay, go enjoy yourself, because after this you're anyways going to be busy. So I went for it. This is the first time that I saw life outside the army. My dad, my grandfather. If I'd gone to the Indian army, I'd be the 6th generation of my family. Okay. And everybody, even my nana's side, everybody was. This is the first time I saw people work, a crew work outside the army. I saw a lot of adventure, a lot of travel. I wanted to do that. That was one of the reasons I wanted to go to the army, because, and I saw a lot of creative satisfaction that the producers, the director, and the assistant directors, they were all getting from us doing the tasks and everything. So I had a blast on Roadies 1, enjoyed it, and then realized that I might want to do something like this, because I didn't know, I had no exposure before that. Then was a difficult time for like 8-9 months where we didn't know what to do, because as soon as I came back, I had to go to the academy. but I didn't go. I said, mera man nahi kar raha. So my parents were like, we don't know, what are you going to do? My dad thought that because people are recognizing me, he was like, I hope I don't do it shouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah.
But he appreciated the fact that I had a very successful kind of career ahead, a very well-respected career that I could have gone for. But I took the risk of trying something.
Right. Yeah.
So he'd appreciated it, but we still just gave me a year. We said, okay, if nothing happens in a year, I'll go to the army. And then I hosted the show. Hosting the show was not as much fun as being a contestant.
Yeah, right.
Because then a lot of responsibilities, and I was only 20 when I started. So all the contestants were older than me. And you have to tell them things like you'll be on fire, you have to jump from the building, they have to take you seriously.
Of course.
So initially for those years, one, that I had won Roadies, that was the credibility. The second was that I had to disconnect myself from being a roadie and not interact with those guys except for on set, so that they don't think I'm their pal. And ace every task before these guys do it, so that by the time they reach the set, there's this news that, oh, Rannvijay did the task and he killed it and all that, so that they know not to ever question me when I say you got to eat this, you got to do this.
Yeah.
They know that I must have
Done it already. Yeah.
right. So to build that credibility, so it took a few years, and then Raghu, myself and a couple other people, we had done Roadies for 3-4 years. Then we started experimenting because it was an original concept. India's MTV India's original. We did a little bit of twist and turns, and we changed the concept from 7 people to 13, and then we started going international. And somewhere down the line, from a host, people started, instead of saying that I was the host, they wanted to be like me as a roadie. And that's when I became one of the judges with Raghu and Rajiv on season 8, where we decided together that who will be a contestant, not as a host who will just host the show once the judges have decided. So that was so in the same show as a contestant, and then a host, and then a person who's deciding who's going to be on. So the roles kept changing, and then eventually became a gang leader. But I think when you talk about Roadies, for me it's like coming back home every year for those couple of months, and it's done really well. Every year there's a new set of young people who start watching Roadies, but the ones who saw it 15 years ago still try to find out what's going on these days, and it's become a cult show. And meanwhile, these 15 years I also did other shows. I did Splitsvilla, Stunt Mania, I don't know what, MTV Fast and the Gorgeous. I did The Real High, MTV Rannvijay Run, Pukar. I did 7 Hindi films, 3 Punjabi films. So things kept, like, I don't say no to work. I just try to make time. There are times when I do 3 things in the same day. There are lots of brand commitments. Now I've started a couple of my own things. There's a football team, there's Squadron, own brand. But I think it comes from the same kid when I was 20 years old. I just wanted to work and be happy and just do things that I wanted to do. So there were a lot of times when people offered me enough money to do a serial which I didn't want to do, so I didn't do it. So at that young age, I could have been very rich.
Yeah, of course.
Because it was like a lot of money and you'd be busy for 28 days in a month like a Saas Bahu serial. But I decided, no, I want to do the things that I want to do. So now, over a period of time, I get the shows. I get to come to Nepal to do the finale of Roadies, for example. I get to go on a bike to Leh with my dad. That was a show. Do a basketball show in Arizona. So that is because I stuck to what I wanted to do and didn't run after money. And today, I enjoy doing my job. I'm happy, I'm excited. If I'm on the set, you have to see me on the set, I'm always like, okay, this will happen, then this will happen, how will this happen? Okay, wow, great. And it's amazing. So I just think if you concentrate on what you want and you kind of figure it out earlier, this is what I eventually want. You know, in my life, I want to be doing adventure or travel and sports and this kind of roles in the films, and then stick to it. Otherwise, you become a sellout, and then you don't become a brand yourself. So, but it's been great. The one thing that remains constant is working hard, and everything follows, man. If you have a good upbringing, you have great friends from earlier. Stay in touch with them, so they keep bringing you down, and at a great level. So that's the best thing.
All right. Well, it was like really good to hear everything, and there are a lot more that I want to ask him as well. Let's go for a musical break. We'll be right back at the Livon Evening Show at 6.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Welcome back to the show. Purnaikshari Swadana Shansu, the Livon Evening Show at 6 ma. Masu Presca tapaharko sathma ani with me we have Rannvijay Singha. Go on.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
Somebody pinch me, man. Well, okay. As we come here,
should I pinch you? No. That's not good.
Well, we've talked about roadies, and you've said like this has been a journey of your lifetime. I really love the way you said like roadie needs no motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
there's no there are times when you tell people you're going to do this task, and the assistant producer, somebody in music, but what will this guy get if he does this? Well, he get nothing. He doesn't need anything. He just needs the roadies platform to prove it to himself and to everybody who's watching, to his parents, to his fellow classmates or whatever. Because there's something called the roadie spirit. It's not done for... What is it? We don't give people money. We don't give them anything. Like a roadies winner doesn't get like a big boss winner 1 crore rupees. No. Nothing. He gets more respect than anybody else, because if you won roadies, that means you're a survivor, you're a tough person, you're mentally strong, you're physically strong, you have morals, and you get respect. And people do it for that. So that's why if somebody says, why should I do it? That's not a roadie. Like, will you eat this? Why should I eat? How much do I get? You get nothing. You just get the sense of achievement and satisfaction that nothing is a problem for you. You will go for it. If you can't do it, that's a different thing. But the attitude is to go for it.
Okay. So for that go for it attitude, I think you got to try out next year too. Yeah. That's what Himalaya Roadies is about. So with me a game. It's called the Oreo game. I don't have to tell you more anything about what it is.
I'm just so excited that we get to eat. So this is it a competition between you and me?
Yes, of course.
Come on.
Please.
Ready?
Okay. Ready?
You say ready, steady, go.
Okay. Ready, steady, go. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Is that done? Did you record that? Oh my God. I didn't see it.
Yeah, you didn't see it because it's that fast.
Okay. I think I should accept.
You gotta eat it at least. Eat it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you because you don't know what happened. You just
I was just lost because I was so much into the game.
So what I've tried to do is that I see the logic behind a lot of these tasks. I saw the whole world do this.
Yeah.
But if it's like instead of doing this and it coming down, if you just kind of bounce it here while it still lands somewhere here.
Okay.
Then you kind of grab it. So you see it again, you learn.
All right.
And next time when a guest comes, you defeat them.
Yeah, of course.
And then you tell them that I taught you. That was fun.
So that's what he's taught me already. Well, let's move towards another song and we'll come back again.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Welcome back to the show again. And let's get back. Alikati Himalaya Roadies kura pani jodna chahanchu yasma. So as we talk about Himalaya Roadies, you've met the contestants.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
First of all, I'm jealous that doing roadies in Nepal is something that I did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We had a great time and we were on bikes. Why I'm jealous is because they're on these bikes and we are not on bikes anymore. We're in a car.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. Secondly, when I met these contestants, they are strong personalities, including the girls. Like today, I saw that the girls were rocking. They were amazing. They got great personalities and they've got good characters. They're nice people, which is what is very important in roadies, because being competitive is natural. It's human to be competitive. You saw when I was,
of course.
I'm competitive, but I don't have to be a bad person about it, right? I don't have to like have an attitude. So we look for that quality, and even if a few of the roadies have that quality in the season, you can make, you as a viewer can say, okay, this is the kind of person I would want to be. I relate to this person. But to know that, you have to have the others.
Yeah, of course.
So in a lot of seasons, we have different characters because every human being is different. So there are lots of people who will connect with a different person. Having said that, the two people who've reached the finals, I won't say who they are because you know, everybody has to see the show. But the feeling that the rest of the roadies had towards them was the same, that these guys deserve to be there. There was no bitchiness, nobody was bitter about it. Those two themselves were also good with each other. That shows that it was a healthy journey and everybody respects each other because they must have seen each other do crazy things, achieve unbelievable things that they didn't know that they could do. And looking at the set, looking at the crew, I was just having nostalgia that, oh, this is my crew, this is exactly how we are. But all these people were new, but they were mine. You understand?
Yeah, of course.
These are my people because I worked for this for 15 years.
That's connected.
They're working for roadies. That means we are working together for the same thing. But I don't know these people, but these are new people who are my family. It was like that. It was crazy, and I'm really happy that Himalaya TV made sure that I was here. Because now I feel connected to even these roadies. Because every other roadie ever has a connection with me, except for the roadies in Nepal. But today, after today, even I know who they are. I know some of them. I know their qualities. I know some of... So I feel connected.
All right. Well, I would also love to ask you more about Squadron that you do, because I see all the videos and I'm updated about it.
Wow. You're a sports person, I'm guessing. So what I realized that in the youth today, in not just India, Nepal actually the youth is more active because you have a lot of treks and adventures, and lifestyle is a little, you have to walk a little more, and people here are stronger genetically because in the mountains, right?
Yeah, right.
In India, I see it's a very big youth population, the biggest in the world, but a lot of hanging out, video gaming, being on the phone, being on a tablet, watching TV, movies. It's great, but it's not balanced. So people have stopped being active. If you go as a teacher and say you have to be active, kids don't listen to it anymore.
Right.
So what do they listen to? What do they want? When they see somebody living a great lifestyle, when they see a Dan Bilzerian, or they're like, oh wow man, yachts, oh wow, bikes and all. So I said, okay, why can't I make stuff that is wow in sports and active and be active, and looking at us, people will start becoming active. So a couple of years ago I started doing videos just at home on a basketball court. We do basketball, frisbee, soccer, capoeira, martial arts, everything, and ATVs, zip lining, throwing. And I got the kind of boys and girls who I related with, and some of them are from roadies, some of them, one of them was an action choreographer in the action series that I did, Pukar. So I like people who work hard, who are honest people. So I collected them, and also it becomes a way of living for them where they don't have to do the things out of desperation, like a certain show which they didn't want to do but they only do for money. Now they do Squadron where we all get a little bit of money so we can survive in Bombay, because it's very difficult, and doing things that we love, going for adventure camps, meeting people, playing, being physical fit, but we all have great skill. So it's not like any great skill in at least a couple of sports. Like I'm a good archer, I'm good at basketball, I have a knack of doing tasks, right? And then there's Varun, there's Prince, there's Archis, who's the best freestyle footballer, there's Gurmeet, who's really fit, he's got capoeira, Shweta, who won roadies, Samyukta from roadies, and she's an actress, she's a dancer. So Shweta is this fitness girl, so she motivates a lot of girls to be fit, whereas Samyukta motivates a lot of girls to be fit through dancing. They're like, okay, there's not one way of being fit, of just working out. You can just be fit by being active. Squadron's done really well now. Lots of brands are interested. We have a brand that has sponsored us as a team, which is Hustle. Then we've done work with other brands. We made videos specifically for them. And I got a guy who's they're not from a good economic background, a skateboarder and a BMX rider. They're from Dharavi, the biggest chawl in the world. And but they've become athletes now.
No.
Thanks to, like, they're part of Squadron and they're athletes, and we're really proud of the little family that we have, and The idea is that anybody who's good and wants to go ahead in a particular sport that's not cricket, hopefully I'll be able to sponsor them, and then we'll just do something.
Yeah, and to all the squadron family, everybody is my favorites. Like I really
I'll
like.
tell them.
Please do, please.
Some
do.
of the boys are single, so Presca.
Yeah, Varun, if he's single,
Okay.
I would.
Varun
not
is
mind.
single. I will definitely tell Varun.
Anyways,
Soon I'll tell Himalaya TV to get Varun down here for an event or something, for a shoot, and then you can meet him. He's a very good kid.
Yeah.
But he's very young. He's 21, 22.
I don't mind.
Oh!
No, it's really bad. Well, as we move ahead, let me not get distracted by anything else. We move towards
Varun and his
another.
biceps.
And the lanky guy, I still remember the
He's very
audition.
tall.
Yeah.
He's 6'4".
Okay, 6'4".
Koi baat nahi, you can wear a heel, yeah?
Let's forget it then. Let's move towards another song. We'll be right back.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
So welcome back to the show, and we're ready because we're playing a lot of games, and I think it was fun. I really wanted other push-ups and all that. I didn't want to do because he's already tired from shoot and he's been working. And the way he said hard work, he really does work really hard. So we have a game here. So we just need to flip the cup. Before that,
What's
we need
inside
to
the cup?
water.
You're lying. It's not water. It's
Water.
Karela juice or something.
All right. So the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, like this, nah? Come
Yeah.
on. Just do this. Wow, this is going to take time.
Oh, it was already.
Have you tried what it happens with
Yeah.
this? Have you tried? That's
Oh
one.
my God. Ah, please! I don't want to lose again. Height. Oh yeah.
Nice. I'll wait for you. Come on. Okay. Just making you ready? No
Yeah.
pressure. Yeah. I waited.
Sad.
This is
What's this?
squadron, baby.
Why am I trying to do this? And I've seen their bottle flips like every time.
Yeah, that's bottle flip is.
And this was the game I like.
I've never done this game, so it was pretty exciting. But if you had some Karela juice in
It
it,
would be.
next time.
And 5 glasses too.
Yeah, but then what will we do in the rest of the interview? We're just like, wow.
All right. As I welcome him back, and we have already played that game, would like to move ahead with some question and answers.
Okay.
It's few rapid fires.
Oh, let's go.
All right, let's start. So as I start, let me start. How do you define life?
Life is an experience, and I truly believe that human beings were put on the planet to enjoy the planet and see all of it. In order to do it, we had to work, and people have forgotten to experience the planet, and they just work and earn money. So for me, life is to experience and hopefully to see a lot.
3 words that describe you. Describe 3 words.
One would be honest, fun, competitive.
All right. Who do you
I was going to say hardworking, but somebody else should say that. I'm kidding.
Who do you admire the most?
It's one of those things in an interview. What is your weakness? Sir, I'm very hardworking, sir. My weakness, sir, I don't give up, sir. That's my weakness, sir. People, sir, I'm very nice. I'm just. So I don't like to do those answers, huh?
Okay.
Next.
Who do you admire the most in life?
That's a tough question because I admire a lot of people. I would start with my own home. Would want to say my dad, but he also admires my grandfather. So we all admire our grandfather. But of course, my dad's a huge influence. My parents are a huge influence on my life. They brought me up in a certain way. And that's exactly what people like in me. The qualities is because of them. And otherwise, depending on sports, I am a huge Michael Jordan fan. When I look at other fields, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So there's a lot of people that I admire, but if it has to be just one, it has to be my grandfather.
All right. Are you a morning or a night person?
I'm an all-time kind of person. I will sleep anytime because I'm always tired. There are times when I haven't slept for 2-3 nights. Like I think I haven't slept for 2 nights now. But if I'm free, I'd like to sleep in.
Yeah.
If there's no work and I have the time to sleep in the night, I'd like to watch a couple of movies or some series with my wife or with my friends, sleep a little late, and then get up aram se if there's no work.
Okay,
but that happens very seldom. So I'm an all kind. I have to be up and about,
Yeah,
and
of course.
just I do a lot of power naps.
Yeah, I saw that. What's your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby, I have a lot of passions. One of them is to ride bikes. I don't think that's a hobby. That's a passion. I love archery. Again, that's not a hobby, but that's it's a kind of. I collect sneakers.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
That could be a hobby. I collect hats, but sneakers as sneaker culture is new in this part of the world, and because I've been highly influenced by a lot of basketball players and hip hop artists and that culture in the West, I got into sneaker culture. So now that I can afford a few, I do.
All right. What annoys you the most?
Is it a superficial thing or a personality trait?
Personality trait.
People who lie.
People who lie.
You can screw up. You can not be good at your job. That's okay. But when you lie, then you're assuming that I'm stupid enough not to know. If you're not good at your job, it's okay, man. People have different kind of potential.
They learn.
I can't do it. Okay, I tried. It didn't happen. But to lie, lying is just
something that you. All right.
I'm okay with people not being thankful. If I do something with somebody, I'm not expecting anything from anybody, and I tell this to people while I'm doing something for them, because I'm okay with that. Because you, at a given time, do something for somebody. If you're doing it for something that you want to get back, then that's the wrong reason. Just do and forget, right? So if somebody is not my friend after that, all those things are okay. But just be honest about, just truthfully say,
this is right.
Yeah, just say, be truthful.
All right. Your favorite actor from Bollywood?
Mr. Bachchan.
Mr. Bachchan.
Mr. Bachchan.
Roadies versus Bollywood. What would you choose?
It's pretty clear.
Roadies it is. All right.
There's no... I mean, I don't have to say it. It's pretty clear with my actions. I've said no to a lot of films, and those guys are like, "Oh, you're making a mistake. This will change your life." I'm like, I don't want my life to change.
You like it what it is.
It's pretty amazing, and I'll tell you something that people are crazy about films. Like all these young people, I want to do a film. I want to do a film. Film, you work for 6-8 months. Then it gets edited. Then you promote it again for 15-20 days. Then it comes. If it doesn't do well, in 2 days it's done.
Yeah.
Whereas Roadies, for example, or anything else, you work for 40-50 days, and then for 6 months it's there. And you enjoy doing it. And you're looking forward to the next one. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over within a week or 2 weeks. So I don't want to explain this to people who think that they're like, oh, my film, if you do, you become... I'm okay. I don't want to become anything. I'm happy. I don't want to do your film. Till the time it's a fun script that I want to do, or a show that I want to do, I don't do things. And that's one of the answers that I gave earlier, because, yeah.
All right. Well, he believes in the journey of life, and there's so much to learn from him, as well as he learns from every time he meets a lot of people. And he's been traveling, which gives him such an experience to get so different things from around the world. I think that has made Rannvijay Singh. That's why we are crazy for him. I legal light. Time for another song. I'll come right back.
Livon-The, the evening show at 6.
पुणे स्वादन शान्त कार्यक्रममा एकदमै रमाइलो भइरहेछ all excited अनि excitement को सँगसँगै यति धेरै बोलिसकेको छ that it's time that we wrap up the show, but it was
we're having so much fun.
More games.
Next time.
Yeah, of course. I would love to, and especially get all these activities.
It's 6 o'clock, no? Evening show at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after 6, what do you do?
After 6?
I'll tell Varun.
Please.
She's blushing.
No, it's fine. Let me not.
By the way, I just want to tell you guys, we shoot it at 6. It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Exactly 6 to 7 we come. Well, anyways, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having
me. It was
me.
lovely having you.
I just want to say thank you to you, Presca. You're doing a great job Also, thank you to Himalaya TV because they believe in roadies and they brought roadies from Viacom 18 in India. And they could have done it. I don't need to be part of it. But they believe in what I have in common with roadies, and they got me here for just 2-3 days. But I feel connected, and I'd love to come back here and be a part of whatever they want to do, because I really like the way the family is, from the bosses to even the younger people. If you're hosting, you're also doing other things. There's Aman. It's great. So it's a great family. It's good to see that all of you work as a team and a family. So thanks so much and best of luck.
All right, thank you so much. So we have a small gift from...
Yay, for winning.
Yay.
Winning all the games. Yes. I'm so competitive.
Thank you so much for coming to the show. Glad to have you. Thank you so much. Enjoy and keep watching Himalaya Television. Until then, bye-bye. Take care. Adios.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
In association with SPINZ Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.